look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoff. Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hoosiers will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now they'll run it to the right here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. Power football with the run. Showing off the arm. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Caught close to the marker. It's Burks. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. On the run, it's Tatum. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Shows him the stiff arm. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
The Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're going to test the right side with this one. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that...
Turning it on! And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Hemby. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the 2nd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Runs through a tackle.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Ott. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Quickly out to the tight end. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field.
Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooners. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give out of the gun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll run it to the right. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably...
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They'll try the right side. Thrust that arm out. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with return. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. He finally goes out of bounds, and what a way to wrap up the 3rd quarter. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Sooners will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he'll bring it back. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. Finally chased up. At the 14-yard line, he almost took it all the way. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game.
Touchdown, Indiana! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback for you for a whole length of a game.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Mendoza. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Indiana! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the ground with the back. Hard running there. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. They get to him as he throws. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. On the ground, it's Platt. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Oh, he's got some space. Hits him with a stiff arm. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The run to the left. Breaks the tackle. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
The Sooners in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They'll leave it with him. Finds a little space. There he goes. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on first and goal. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They march 72 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. The Hoosiers will snap it on first and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Fights off the defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Back to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. The inside handoff. not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights right down the middle, and that lead grows even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening hole.
Turning it on! The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Hoosiers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And he makes the catch. At the 45 on his way. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And just, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Leaves it with the running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Running to the left. Some really tough running there. Gets him to the 45-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
He'll make his way out of bounds. Nice pickup, and more importantly, he gets the clock stopped.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
They'll give it to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And into the end zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. Touchdown Sooners! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And a great way for this defense to finish off this game as time has expired. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. Number 1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were number 1, that doesn't...
Two of the top teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family, Oklahoma. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ready to fire from the pistol. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board, just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Got his man.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They're already down a touchdown early, and the last thing they need to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back to that offense. They'll go for it on 4th down. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Moss. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to get him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This is a designed run. It's a football on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position, and the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed and natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On target. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to surge it in. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He only needs a sliver of daylight. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Throws to the tight end. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it in the end zone for the two as they trim more off of that lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most...
The ball pops out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Offensive players, when they got... They're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. It'll be 3rd and long. They want to run this quarterback. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Sooners want to move quickly. On the move. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Reed. On the run, still looking. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense with this possession.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Finds his back in the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooner.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop. So keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Owens. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. On the move. Gets it past the marker. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. caught in the backfield. It's Williams. Shows him the stiff arm. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback extends the play. At midfield, he's got room. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Dropping back, it's Zeno. Under fire. Found a seam. There he goes. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Owens. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having a lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really...
Just keeps moving. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Bring in the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Gives him the big stiff arm. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. The give to the tailback. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they... He's going for a big play downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got some room, it was over. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He's in there. Two-point conversion is good, and they're down by just one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the third quarter, and they're going for the onside kick.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onsides every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, secure.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Sooner! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Bringing it back. Ramsey with the stiff arm. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. To throw, it's Reed. Gonna let it fly. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. The give to the back. And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. They'll ride the hot hand. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. And here comes the field goal unit. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Owens. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give and tick, 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 tick. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on third down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Trying the left side. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Catch in the middle, it's Tatum. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Inside the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Quickly to the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Makes the catch on the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're...
Makes the grab at the 10. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Gaylord family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll take it himself. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Arkansas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job that time by the quarterback, getting that passing touchdown. You know that's going to really help the confidence of not just him, but his play caller and teammates as well, knowing, hey, we can have success in this game airing it out.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Now on the move. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They go right back to it. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Powers through the defender. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Sooners come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Runs through the tackle. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical, work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's a good choice because he gets it, but I think it's a good choice all the time. When you get towards midfield, you got to be aggressive. It's about scoring points. 4th and inches, I can get inches. I've worked on this.
Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Power ahead. He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A run for the quarterback. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On the ground, it's Tatum. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Firing toward the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Here's a heat. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, and you keep finding them.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be calling on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. A designed run for the quarterback. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Looks as if he's going to run it. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To the air, it's Mateer. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Sooners come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. Fourth down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
So now it's second and long. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. You got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, in 2 straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They've got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
Shakes off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Now facing a third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Steps away. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. They're going to run it. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5. Offense in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Wants to go up top. Now improvising. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Burks. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start commuting.
Oh, he's got some space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with a 32-yard run to the house. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Green. Fires to the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing straight.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Rush is on him. From the comfort of the pocket, he fires it to the right.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. The Razorbacks will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Calls his own number. Got the first down. Looking for more. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Direct snap. He breaks a tackle.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. It's complete to the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he loses the football. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. A lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Throws toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Gonna run it. It's on. He powers his way ahead. Gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to...
Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Holds it in on the left. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Here it'll be 1st and goal. The Sooners are marching down the field. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Green. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, he's got a chance. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. The tag. Touchdown, Arkansas. Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Looking to pass, it's Manning. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Moving past the 25. Turning it on! He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
A lot lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I feel like it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about...
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Got him downfield. Smashes through the tackle. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go belly out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Leaves it with the back. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal for the offense. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
On the move from inside his 5. He smashes his way through again. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff from the gun. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mateer. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one before we move on. Let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
It's a running room. Touchdown Sooners. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And they tacked on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. Drills him with the stiff arm. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry up.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Tight end now in motion. He's got it again. Runs through a tackle. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Tatum. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical in that sense. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Bringing it out. Makes a move. He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Slips through the line. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a crease to the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. They'll try the left side. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Hard running there. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And I tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Just going to keep it after the snap. Tough sliding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Quickly complete. There he goes. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Okay, so the QB scramble, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
Looking for space. It's Tatum. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Running back searching for a hole. No more room to run as his defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Snags it inside the 20. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Discards him with the stiff arm. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
This quarterback part of their running game. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Complete out of the backfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical day.
Turning it on. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Sooners. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Dropping back, it's Manning. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. Hauls it in. Turns it on at midfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Escapes the pressure going right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Pressure coming. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He lets it fly. And they fail to hook up on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. The 20. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back looking for help. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Manning. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Takes the handoff. It's up. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Manning. He's got him. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Pulls it in down the sideline. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Wants to throw again. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary and make that big play.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll give it to him again. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! And oh man, there's some burnt orange getting nervous in here thinking. Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Fair. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Manning. skips away from pressure. He's going to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Sooners in the hurry up. Play this game in the shadow of Big Tex. You can get a corny dog out there, play corn. It's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Breaks the tackle.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Dances away. Finds some fresh air. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on first and goal. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
What a great job by the defense there down in your own red area, creating a negative play.
And now you've put yourself behind the stick, so this offense is probably going to have to open it up and be more aggressive with their passing attack.
And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
When it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. The give. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. And as he throws, picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The run to the right. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Sooners want to move quickly. They'll give it to the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, you're still happy to get the field.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Fires to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing it away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. It'll be 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Powers through. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He's looking deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Lights off the defender.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback gets the first down. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. They convert the 4th down, but back to the line with no time to waste. Finding an escape route. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Sooners heading quickly to the line. To the ground, he's got it again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way somehow to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires left. With the catch, it's Moore. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on first down from the 40. To the air on first down. Oh, he wants it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Quarterback may change this route. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Send the tight end in motion.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that.
There he goes. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Going to the run, it's Tatum. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run it to the right side. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes.
job by the offense extending their lead.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Dropping back, it's Manning. Moving out of the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it with second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Looking for a gap. It's Tatum. He's in open space downfield. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. Here's the handoff. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Steps away to find some room. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Texas offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Turning it on! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get...
He's got it on the left. Touchdown, Texas! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll move the tight end. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football out.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you...
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. These corners backing off a bit. To the air, it's Manning. He wants a big play here late. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man downfield. After 40, there he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Trying to make magic with his feet. Bounces over the top.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to...
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, We've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The give to the back. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Looking for room. It's Ott. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Sooners send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Back to pass, it's Manning. Looking down the middle. All by himself. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Going to take a shot at this DB. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took it.
And it's caught. Late touchdown here. Probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back down.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown, and you've made this a 1-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
16 seconds left, and to pull off the comeback, they'll have to get the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands